going on, douches? I was thinking about going out tonight and doing all that shit I said I was gonna do, but in all honesty, I'm about to get paid again. So I really just want to like start stacking crypto, and I don't want to like jinx it, but like, dude, I think that smoothie bitch is into me because like she was doing like nice things for like the like every time I'm gonna go there every day now because the yogurt really is a probiotic and all that bullshit. And I was like gonna make a really shitty joke about how like probiotics are just like biotics that went to school and shit like that, but I didn't, which is probably a good thing. But like I'm like really upset, so I started eating a bunch of yogurt and then I started talking about like back when I was boxing and all that bullshit. And then I found out that bitch is 25 and she's really hot and she caught me looking at her boobs. Like, God, this is so embarrassing. Like, I was supposed to be telling her how to get into cybersecurity so she could invest more in crypto because I gave her like a fucking plan how to like become a millionaire by the next bull run, but she didn't understand it. And I didn't want to like sit there and talk to her because I had better things to do at my time. So I kind of just like did that AI shit and left. But um, what was it? Yeah, so I was writing some resources down for her to like check it on her own, so I wouldn't have to like stay there and keep talking to her. And I totally was staring at her boobs. She caught me red-handed, and she actually said something like nice. She said something like I don't remember what she said, but I just said no, I wasn't, and she kind of looked at me funny and laughed because she didn't ask me if I was looking at her boobs. She like just kept talking about like crypto or whatever the fuck. I was looking at her boobs. I was like looking at her boobs. Dude, her boobs were pointy, nice and firm. That bitch is 25. That's perfect. I just don't want to end up losing the nice smoothies every fucking day, except for the weekends. Yeah, so um, honestly, in a perfect world, I would take her to a crypto conference. That would be awesome. Make money and all that shit. All right, let's play something. Now, I never got my ass kicked in karate because I did taekwondo. Anytime I ever got my ass kicked, it's because people were like much older than me. And then once I became an adult, like what was that? What like one time I had one of my videos get a flag because someone tried to say that Matt Fury, I was stealing Matt Fury's content. Probably not. What it is Matt Fury, the wrestler guru guy who Hendo push-ups and all that bullshit. Everyone like catch wrestling. Yeah, I know about Matt Fury. Yes, I joined some of his thingies in like 2004 and shit like or 2003. But I know about Matt Fury because guess who Matt Fury trained with? Jeff Smith. Guess who Jeff Smith trained with? Coach Jones. So it's very possible that some of the stories that Matt Fury said came from Jeff Smith, and then that means that those came from Coach Jones, which means if I was saying it, it probably really did come from Coach Jones. So those videos shouldn't have gotten banned, but who cares? That channel got banned for other bullshit anyways. What was I bringing that up for? Yeah, yeah. So remember, like, it's really just people in general who are stupid just annoy me. Like, remember when I was almost close to 1,000 followers again, which isn't that much, but like when you're always getting banned, it kind of sort of is. And I started yelling at Daniel LaRusso about Cobra Kai bullshit, and I was like, in the 80s, you're the reason all the Italian kids got their asses kicked. Not me, I did Taekwondo, but what I meant by him is because he was selling the 80s movies. It's selling the illusion of, oh, just focus and do the illegal kick and I'll win. But all the kids who did that shit, instead of going boxing, got their asses kicked by the boxers. Right? Right? That's why they made Rocky Five. Right? Try to make everyone's balls drops again. But anyways, so that same concept, but for music. At least if you try like a fairy kick, you get knocked out, You have to deal with that reality. I got my ass kicked. I'm bleeding out of my mouth. Something has to change, right? And this musical bullshit. Now, aside from all like the get a used goods bullshit, and all that, that's personally annoying. All right. Now, when I say shit like she offers and contributes nothing to society, what I mean by that is she is actively making people stupider because of her staged acting bullshit. And they're not doing this for music. They're not friends collaborating. They're being forced to do it so someone else can make money and they can get a fourth of a half of a cent. It's essentially what it is. So I got blocked by some loser because they're not even pronouncing the words. Like this, some douchey loser. And if you want to if you want to make content, I'm all for it. Here I am making shitty videos that get 2 views, right? But I don't rely on this for money. As a matter of fact, I kind of only want to get 2 views so I can prove to everyone that like how useless YouTube is. Everyone who makes money on YouTube is controlled by all kinds of bullshit. It's not worth it. You're working all day long and you got to build the brand and all that bullshit. You can't take a shit without someone taking a picture of it, right? That might seem exciting and cool when you're young, but at some point in time, you're not going to be young and it ain't going to be fun. All right? This motherfucker who posted that song and for some reason tagged Tiffany sounds like he's retarded. Why? Because he's copying the other loser that Tiffany was probably better have been forced. If it was her idea, she can hit the. Like, she's already like I keep dumping this bitch, and she's blowing up my phone still and trying to like. I don't give a shit. You don't understand. Aside from you being a disrespectful cunt, you are literally making people stupider by encouraging them to do stupid shit. Because now people are going to be copying that dumb loser because they think that, oh, if I make some shitty auto-tune ghetto beats, I could talk to K-pop people too. But you're not going to because it's all staged. That was a paid promotion. They don't really know. That's not reality. Just like in reality, you're not going to make money on that music. If you want to do music, do music. But because they're purposefully making shitty music get promoted so they can steal money from you all, you think that's music. You're copying it. And that dumb motherfucker, believe it or not, there's dumber people in the trades. Or at least there used to be. There's no one in the trades now. That motherfucker should be getting a boiler operator's license, a HVAC journeyman's license, an electrician's license. That motherfucker should be doing something in the trades so he can still go home and make those shitty la, 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 la. How old are you? How old are you? And you're doing that. You're on an app made for teens trying to copy the people who make money on CPM and have to live with other people and steal from kids and all that bullshit. Tiffany probably is in that secret handshake club she keeps bragging about, and she don't give a shit. She just knows that she's has an easy life and can do whatever she wants, and people do what she says. The reason why that is because their agenda is to make you stupid, so you don't question shit, so you just follow orders. Freedom is a space between stimulus and response. So if you don't think for yourself, you have no space between stimulus and response. I really feel like these people are brainwashed. They don't even know that they're brainwashed. They're so stuck in a loop of someone else's, like Edward Bernays type thinking, like marketing bullshit, that they're like on some autopilot someone else programmed. And Tiffany is some kind of a priestess in this whole operation, which is why she's allowed to do all this bullshit. That's why I don't want to be involved in your shitty clubs. That's why I told you to not do this shitty music. That's why I keep telling you to make real music. If you want to go to the savannas of Africa and find some fucking African tribal drums, and then go to the Aboriginal Australia and get some flutes, and then go to the Andes and get some all that I'm for it. I'm for it. Make some real music. That shit you did isn't music. That's some fucking ghetto auto-tune bullshit. And you know it is. And those fucking retarded people who are trying to be wannabe gangsta CPM motherfuckers are ruining their lives. Because instead of getting some kind of a job where they'll be able to provide for themselves, they're going to be begging for less than a fourth of a half of a cent. And if you ask me, you are the racist ones. Because instead of encouraging that motherfucker to do something with his life, you're going to allow him to throw it away. I was a shop steward for 4 years. These are people's jobs. These are people's lives. This is people's livelihood. And you would rather pretend and fake and prance and bitch and moan for less than a fourth of a half of a cent so you can pretend you're famous and all that stupid bullshit to be in your handshake club. That's why all the shit I've been saying about you, in a nutshell.